So in our last class, we have discussed the few problems on finding the probability of different events. So in today's class, we will do a theorem. So the name of the theorem or the inequality, this inequality is called as the Boole's inequality. So it is one of the important questions. So addition theorem, how you have done by using mathematical induction. Same this theorem also we are going to do it by using the mathematical induction itself. So coming to the Boole's inequality, this Boole's inequality will have two statements. The first statement, it is based on the intersection, and the second statement is based on the union. So first we prove the first statement. So under Boole's inequality, the first statement is, that is one statement 1, for n events. So we have n events. What are those events? A1, A2, so on, An. We have, so for those n events, we have probability of intersection of I equals to 1 to n, Ai. So here intersection of I equals to 1 to Ai means how we will be getting probability of A1 intersection A2 intersection so on intersection An. That means the probability of the intersection of the all terms. How we will be writing the union of I equals to 1 to n. Similarly like that, we can write the intersection of these n terms also. So coming to the proof, this theorem can be proved by using this theorem can be proved by using the mathematical induction. So by using mathematical induction, how do you prove a statement? First we will prove the theorem is, the statement is true for two events. Then we will suppose the theorem statement is true for r events. By using the conditions of two events and r events, we will prove that the theorem is true for r plus 1 events also. So that the theorem will be true for all n values. So first, for n equals to 2 events. What are those two events? A1 and A2. So we have to prove probability of A1 intersection A2 value. So for this, I am considering, so consider P of A1 union A2. I am considering an event A1 union A2, that is the probability of A1 union A2. So we know what is the maximum probability value? 1. So obviously probability of any event will be less than or equals to 1. So since probability lies between 0 and 1, probability of any event will be greater than 1, greater than or equals to 1, or sorry, greater than or equals to 0 or less than or equals to 1. So I am considering the event A1 union A2. So P of A1 union A2 is less than or equals to 1. So we have written in the properties also, for any events, two events, P of A1 union A2 can be written as P of A1 plus P of A2 minus P of A1 intersection A2. So this value is less than or equals to 1. Now send the minus term to the right side and bring the 1 to the left side, so that you will be getting, so this term P of A1 plus P of A2 can be written as summation I equals to 1 to 2 P of AI. Only two events, right? So that's why summation ranges from I equals to 1 to 2 P of AI. This plus 1 comes to left side, equation 1 and this value as equation 2. So by using these two equations we are going to solve now. So remember this equation. So write down the equation here. Since part A1 intersection A2 is greater than or equals to summation I equals to 1 to 2 P of AI minus 2 minus 1. So we will be using this equation now. So expand that value. So these are the two terms, right? What is the first term? Intersection of AI. Second term is AR plus 1. So by using equation 1, this can be written as probability of intersection I equals to 1 to R plus 1 AI. So this value is greater than or equals to, right? So here also you will be getting greater than or equals to condition only, because this value is obviously greater than or equals to. On the right hand side what we have, summation I equals to 1 to R. So how many? We have summation up to R terms, right? So summation I equals to 1 to R AI P of AI. So first term is intersection of AI. Sorry, 1 second. You use the before writing the summation only, we can write the two terms, right? That is P of A1, P of A2, like that also you can write, or summation term also you can write. So instead of writing summation, take two terms, because second time also we have to expand, right? So that can be written as P of A1 plus P of A2. This is A1, so P of A1 means intersection I equals to 1 to R AI. This is P of A1 plus P of A2 means P of AR plus 1 minus 2 minus 1. You can simply write minus 1. So now this one is by using equation 1. By using 1. So this equation only, here we have written combined summation. If you write P of A1 plus P of A2 minus 1, before this we have this value, right? This equation. So if you consider this one, we will get this equation. Now here if you observe, P of intersection I equals to 1 to R AI we have. So this is nothing but the equation 2 value. So now we will substitute the equation 2 value. So keep the equation 2 like that only and substitute the equation 2 value. So probability of intersection I equals to 1 to R plus 1 AI is greater than or equals to, this value is nothing but we have here, that is summation I equals to 1 to R P of AI. Next term is minus R minus 1. Next the left out term is plus P of AR plus 1 minus 1. Now if you observe these two terms, P of summation P of AI up to R terms, here you have P of R plus 1 to come. Combined you can write it as this value is greater than summation I equals to 1 to R plus 1 P of AI, and this can be written as, from both the terms if you take minus common, you will be getting R minus 1 minus 1, so R plus 1, you are taking minus common, right? or equals to summation I equals to 1 to r plus 1 minus P of ai minus r plus 1 minus 1. So if I consider n events, that is r plus 1 events, we get r plus 1 minus 1. So for that symbolic representation, I have written like that. So this is proved by, hence the theorem is true for, hence theorem is true for n equals to r plus 1 events also. So therefore, by mathematical induction, the theorem is true for all n events. So this is about the Boole's inequality. Therefore, hence proved. That means write down the last sentence. Hence, by the mathematical induction, the theorem is true for all n values. So it is very easy theorem and important theorem also. This is only up to the statement 1, which is related to the intersection. Now we will see the second statement in the Boole's inequality, which is related to the union. Now coming to the second statement of Boole's inequality. So first statement is related to intersection, right? So second statement, it is related to union. So second statement is for n events. So here also we are having n events, a1, a2, so on, an we have. So we need to prove for these n events that probability of union I equals to 1 to n ai, that is union of all n events probability, is less than or equals to summation I equals to 1 to n p of ai. So whenever you consider the probability for union of all events, that total union of all events probability is always less than or equals to summation of those single probabilities, single event probabilities. So coming to the proof, this theorem also we are going to prove by using the mathematical induction. We can prove this by using the mathematical induction. So same like this first statement also, this is also very simple one, and compared to first one, this one is very simple. Both are easy and important one, practice it well. So first, for n equals to 2 events, that is a1 and a2. So first we will write the probability of, so we want 2 events means only a1 union a2. So consider p of a1 union a2. So what is this p of a1 union a2 value? So we know for any 2 events, if a1 and a2 are any 2 events, for those 2 events, probability of a1 union a2 is equals to probability of a1 plus probability of a2 minus probability of a1 intersection a2. So this can be written as probability of a1 union a2 is less than or equals to probability of a1 plus probability of a2. So how can you write this one? I'll give a simple example. Suppose if 8 equals to 10 minus 2. So compare this with this one. n equals to 2 events. So after finishing n equals to 2 events, what is the next step? Let us suppose the theorem is true for n equals to r events. So n equals to r events means what we will be doing? Just in the statement, in place of n, write down r value, that is probability of union of I equals to 1 to r. AI is less than or equals to summation I equals to 1 to n probability of AI. So this one I equals to 1 to r, so this you keep it as equation 2. Now the next step is for n equals to r plus 1. So we have done for 2 events, r events we have supposed the condition. Now for n equals to r plus 1 events. So r plus 1 events means here we have a1, a2, a3, so on up to ar and ar plus 1. So consider the term p of union I equals to 1 to r plus 1. AI is equals to, so this value can be written as same, we are going to do the splitting up to r term and r plus 1 term. So that is probability of union I equals to 1 to r AI. In the addition theorem, how we have done like that one. Union a r plus 1. So this is the first term, this is the second term. Now use the equation 1. So probability of union I equals to 1 to r plus 1 ai. So this value is less than or equals to some value. So obviously this will be also less than or equals to, what is the condition? P of ai by p of a1 plus p of a2. What is a1 here? P of union I equals to 1 to r ai. This is p of ai plus p of a2 means p of a r plus 1. So this is since by using equation 1. Now here we have the probability of union I equals to 1 to r ai. This term you can substitute the equation 2 value. So this value, probability of union I equals to 1 to r plus 1 is less than or equals to this value. From equation 2 we have it as summation I equals to 1 to r probability of ai plus 1. So this one is by using equation 2. So all are similar problems, just we need to know the mathematical induction procedure. Now what we get? Here the summation is from I equals to 1 to r events. Here we have r plus 1 term. So combinedly this can be written as probability of union I equals to 1 to r plus 1 ai is less than or equals to summation I equals to 1 to r plus 1 p of ai. Hence the theorem is true for r plus 1 events also. Hence the theorem is true for r plus 1 events. So the theorem is true for n equals to r events, n equals to 2 events and n equals to r plus 1 and r events also. Therefore Hence, by the mathematical induction, the theorem is true for all values of n. So, hence, Boole's inequality is proved. So, in your exam, they will specify state and prove Boole's inequality. So, here, Boole's inequality means there will be two statements. So, if you complete the two statements, then only this Boole's inequality will be completed. So, what are those two statements? First statement is related to the intersection. That is, probability of intersection of I equals to 1 to n ai is, here will be having less than or equals to, there will be having greater than or equals to. So, intersection wherever you have in the first statement, that intersection is greater than or equals to summation of I equals to 1 to n p of ai minus n minus 1. Then remember, for intersection you will be having greater than symbol and summation value minus n minus 1 also. So whereas for the union, so in the union you will be having less than or equals to and only the summation value. That is, probability of union of I equals to 1 to n ai is less than or equals to addition of all the probabilities. That is, summation I equals to 1 to n p of ai. So this is about the Boole's inequality. Both are very simple and very easy. So today's class we have discussed Boole's inequality, and I'll give you a small problem for the homework. You do that problem as a homework. So try to do that problem. So I think you all know how to do this problem. We have seen in the previous classes also. So note down the question. What is the probability that? What is the probability that? Note down the question. What is the probability that 4s, so we have this question in the previous classes also. What is the probability that 4s come consecutively? So here consecutively means together. What is the probability that 4s comes together in the word? So I think you all have guessed the word also. Mississippi. What is the spelling of Mississippi? M-I-S-S-I-P-P-I. Sorry, S-S-I. Again S-S-I-P-P-I. So here we have 4 S's, right? So what is the probability that 4 S's come consecutively, that is together, in the word Mississippi? So here you find out the total outcomes and then favorable outcomes. So if you know, do it. Otherwise, I will explain this problem in the live class. So simple, just number of outcomes. So how many letters we have in total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 factorial by, what are the different different values? 4s we have, 4 i's we have, and 2 p's we have, right? So we have together words only use 4, these 2 s's, 2 s's, 4 s's. We have to get 4 at a time, right? So 4 s's, 4 i's we have, 1, 2, 3, 4 i's, and 2 p's we have. So 11 factorial by 4 factorial into 4 factorial into 2 factorial. That will be your n value, and m value, how you will find out? This Mississippi word 4 at a time you have to get. So how many ways you will be getting? Generally 4 at a time means this 4 at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 chance, 2 chance, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. 8 chances are there for getting the 4 s letters at the consecutive terms. So 8 factorial by, generally 4 s's are there. So 4 factorial by 2 s find out the